I hate EAC. If you want to skip this rant, go on the timestamp that's on the screen. But don't worry, I won't take too much time on this. Honestly, they should either disable EAC or just implement all the features that Special K has onto the main game. What is EAC? That's the tool that's being enforced so you don't use any external tools to improve your game, or on the lowest of points, use cheats. By using EAC, your game is capped in some sort of way. If you used a Special K in the past, you probably understand the feeling. I personally haven't, but I did use some settings that, make my game more responsive and bearable, like the Steam parameters and whatnot. And these settings made my game literally like never lag or drop FPS. Once you enable EAC, you'll get random FPS drops no matter your rig. So it doesn't matter if you have a top-notch PC, it's gonna feel way worse, depending on how picky you are. So yeah, fuck EAC. And with that propaganda out of the way, we can start the video. Oh my god, don't tell me it's. Fuck, it's about low tier legends. Okay, let's get this over with. Right then, everybody, I don't know how to feel about this. That's the perfect description for some of these legends. Why use them when you can pick a top tier and ease your way through ranked or tournaments? Well, there's a certain feeling that makes it somewhat worth it. Beating someone while being handicapped. That sounds weird. Well, beating someone while being handicapped is a feeling that you get every once in a while. Or every time if your main gimmick is to play like low tiers and make them look godly. Asserting dominance with the worst of the worst is just... it feels good. Ink. But the thing is, in Brawlhalla, while there are low tier legends, of course, these have like things that are pretty much busted in the opposite way. For example, it doesn't look like it, but Dusk has some of the strongest Orb Sigs in the game. Neutral Sig sends directly upwards, has a kill string with both D-Light and Sidelight, these two being two dodge frames, so pretty tight and reliable in my opinion. Well, only Sidelight maybe. Side Sig is a two-piece move that has an ungodly amount of force and can be shot a little bit on hit for some niche optimizations. Down Sig sends at a diagonal downwards angle and hits grounded, and all of those Sigs share something in particular. They have low ending lag. Like, look at this. I'm able to back out really quick, and that's highly appreciated on a top level. Being able to throw out a move and not getting punished. So you're not convinced? Okay, what about Zariel? Zariel has some of the most unique Sigs in the game, and the fact that barely anyone plays Zariel helped these Sigs to be even better, since no one knows what to do exactly against them. But did you know that Zariel has a Sig string? Like Thatch, Bodward, Yala, D-Late Side Sig is one dodge frame, and it's always gonna be until 130 damage. Up to 100 damage where the spacing needed to hit the string changes. At low health, you can pretty much do it anytime you hit D-Light, but at higher health, you'll need to get closer and closer to your opponent. It's really no different than any of the before mentioned 6 strings, and considering that Zariel 6 are really strong, you might want to start loving this if you want to get cheeky, Not cheeky enough? Okay, I'll give you 2 fun facts about Zariel before we move on. N-Sig Neutralite is true at low health on gauntlets, and you can move left and right with both downsig without any momentum, just like Rayman. Let's use the Dusk example again, but this time to a more extreme case. Same case happens with Isaiah, but this time all of his Sigs have low ending lag. You can see it for yourself in some of these examples. These Sigs are one of the most safest Sigs you can throw out there, and he also has this and this, but let's be honest, who in their right mind will ever do this in a real game? Caspian has been the most underplayed Qatar Legends for a while now. Mostly his combination of weapons and odd 6 made him just be like easily forgettable, but over the last few patches and the last few years, he's been receiving buffs non-stop, to the point where his 6 are just absurdly strong. Take a look at his Qatar side sig, or his Gauntlet side sig, or just look at the ending lag of his Gauntlet N-Sig. What about his Qatar N-Sig confirms? And don't get me started on the ending like of his Qatar downswing. Things like this happen to like most of the cast every time. It slowly ramps up like a snowball. The saying, you can win with any character in Brawlhalla, is in some way true because of this. So yeah, if you play any low tier character, feel good about yourself. And don't get cocky because you won with them. Like, oh my god, for the love of everything that's beautiful, stop rubbing it on people's faces like we don't care. Just like I still don't care about Queen 9. But she is broken though.